Hello folks, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Colleen and our channel is called Our Silver Moments. And today, I didn't plan to make a video today. So if my hair is standing on end and there's food somewhere on me, I apologize. But this is a new recipe and I don't usually spring new recipes on you that I haven't tried already. But I'm going to spring this one on you because it sounded good and it sounded like something my husband and I would enjoy. So I scribbled it down this morning on a little post-it note, the things that I needed to pick up from the store or organize out of my pantry. And I'll be following along with the little note. So I've gathered up the ingredients over here to my side on my peninsula, and I will gather up what we need to get started. This will go really fast. So the preparation time for this, it takes longer to dig everything out of the cupboards and the refrigerator than it does to put this all together, it seems to me. So I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that we enjoy it. I'll let you know at the end how we feel about it, and we'll get started right after this. Okay, I think I have what we need to get started. I'll reach back and grab a few things, but I think that I have, for the most part, what we need. So this has orzo in it. And the only reason I thought to look up a recipe with orzo in it is because we went with quite a few members of our family this past weekend to watch the comedian named Russell Peters at a casino doing a performance in Calgary. And there in Calgary is the Scarponi's Italian store. You may have heard me speak about it before. And we picked up this box of orzo. So when this recipe went flashing by, I went, wait, I have some. Maybe I could make that recipe up. So let's see if we have all of the things that we need. It's asking me for 2 cups of orzo, but I'm not sure there's 2 cups in this little box. So we may have to adjust it. Or maybe we won't have to adjust it. Look at that. Perfect, dead on 2 cups. So it goes into the bottom of a 9 by 13 inch baking dish. And I haven't sprayed this or oiled it or anything. So it's pretty, it comes together really quickly. That's what I saw. I need 3 3/4 cups of broth. And I've just got a chicken broth here. Now, I don't see any reason why you couldn't use vegetable broth in this, but there's 2. And I need 1 3/4. Right there. Ooh, there's almost nothing left in there. I'm going to dump it in there. Might be a little juicy, but better than wasting that tiny little bit. Okay, now we need a package of onion soup mix. And we just dump it in here. And then give it a stir. Oh, we'll have to stir it a few times. I'll lay this out to put my spoon on. And, whoops. I also need a can opener and a spoon. Here I thought I was all ready, not quite. This is a can of cream of mushroom soup. And, you know, there's a whole younger generation of people today that are missing all the old casserole recipes with cream of something soup in it. It's a creamy surprise. Cream of celery was used in a lot of soups, cream of chicken, cream of mushroom, and they made some delicious, although they wouldn't be considered healthy probably by today's standard, but some delicious dishes that we enjoyed in our youth. And I see a bit of a comeback happening, and I am not sad about that. So I'm going to give this a good stir. I feel like I need the whisk. Maybe that'll go a little better. Yes, I think this is going to do the trick. Oh my gosh. I don't know what it is about onion soup mix, but the smell is just so homey. Okay, we also need a cup of sour cream in here. Oh my gosh, my whisk just hit the floor. So I'm going to have to go get a different whisk. Okay, in goes the sour cream. Grab another whisk. Let's whisk that sour cream in there too. This is so far very, very simple. I just don't want there to be any big lumps of soup or sour cream. Let me get it all whisked here. Well, that's looking better. Now, do you think I can do that again? Probably, so I'll put it over here. And that over there. We need a half a cup of cheddar cheese that's been grated. I found this old Fort cheddar on sale, so that's what I got. And I believe that to be a pretty good half cup. Now we need just one moment to double check this and make sure we're going along here all right. We seem to be. And now I have these 2 leftover chicken breasts, and I am going to just cut them up. We need 2 cups. More would be all right too. So if you had more than 2 chicken breasts, I'm sure you could add however much you needed to into there. I should say that I have started to preheat my oven at 425 degrees, and I have my oven is very slow to warm. Okay, so I'm going to guess that these 2 chicken breasts make 2 cups. I think you could do the same thing. And I'm going to just dump it all in there because I am going to mix it yet again. The last thing to go in there is 2 cups of chopped fresh spinach. And I have some fresh spinach I've just washed up, so I think I'll dump it out on a towel here because it seems to be awfully watery yet. Maybe just give it a squeeze. Because I don't need the extra moisture in there. Now, if I'd made this recipe before and knew a little more about it, I may not even do this. I may skip this step altogether, but I don't want it to end up being too watery. So I'm just going to cut the stem ends off, the stems that are holding everything together. And I'm going to guess that this is going to be 2 cups. I had more, but I looked at them and thought, wow, I think that looks like it'll be plenty. Well, that's definitely even a compacted cup. That's more than a cup. So I think well on our way here. Now, do I think that you could use frozen spinach? Because we all know that frozen spinach is a lot cheaper than fresh spinach. But because I haven't made the dish before, I'm not sure what the final outcome would be. I do think you could use different vegetables than spinach. This is going to go into the oven for 25 minutes. And that's way more than I needed, I think. So I think that anything that can stand up in the oven to 425 degrees for 25 minutes would work well. I was thinking green beans might work well with this dish. Broccoli would work well with this dish. So far, I feel like you could use rice in this dish instead of orzo. But, you know, until you've made it a time or two, you can't stray too far from the recipe. And once you've got it all sorted out and you know what you're up against, then you can do that. Now, this doesn't say a thing about checking for salt and pepper or adding any other spices or seasonings. I'm just going to give it a taste because I suspect we don't need to add anything. Nope, you don't need any more salt in it. You could add some pepper if you like, but I'm going to follow this recipe. And right now it says I've got the orzo, the beef broth, the soup mix, the chopped chicken, the can of mushroom soup, sour cream, cheddar cheese, 2 cups of chopped spinach, and we're going to cover this with foil, aluminum foil. Cook it for 30 minutes. Covered, and then take it out, and we're going to add 1 cup of mozzarella to the top, and then we're going to put it in for an additional 10 minutes. So once I had everything like sorted out here on the counter and got it here, this didn't take 10 minutes to put together. Even with the chopping, I don't think it took 10 minutes. So that's pretty good. And now the oven really does the rest. Except for grating the cheese. I will have to grate the mozzarella. That was my oven dingy to say it is ready. I'm covering this really well with foil. I'm gonna put it in the oven, and I'll bring you back to have a look at it once I get it out to add the cheese and take the foil off. So I'll see you in 30 minutes. Okay. It smells so good. Man. Uncover it and see what's going on in here. Oh, look at that. Well, it looks just like I expected it to look. Now, the video that I watched, they moved it all about like this. And added the cheese to the top. Oh my. I'm glad I dried off the spinach because it does look a little soupy, but like with any good casserole, when you take it out of the oven, you're going to want to leave it for 10 or 15 minutes just to collect itself. It allows things to come together. That's such good timing. I just see my husband pulling up. Okay, back in the oven we go, and I'm thinking probably 15 minutes, although the recipe said 10. I feel like some of the stuff in the middle didn't get hot. So let's go 15 minutes and see what the top looks like. Wow. Look at this beauty. Oh, it smells so good. The top is just lightly browned. It's still moist, for sure. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it for 15 minutes. I'm going to set a timer for 15 minutes and we'll come back to it. But right now I can tell you it looks really good and it smells really good. See you in a minute. Well, it's the 10-minute mark, just like the recipe said. So I'm going to follow it. It looks like it's setting up pretty good. I think you could set it even further by allowing it another 5 minutes, but this looks really good. The orzo looks like it's cooked well. The spinach, it's nice because it's bigger leaves. It's not, if you were using frozen spinach, it would be almost disintegrated, so you wouldn't get the body of it. So let's give it a taste test. That's good. Okay, my first impression. It's probably because of the orzo, but it tastes a little like chicken noodle soup. I'm glad we didn't add anything else to it. It's good just the way it is. Now you could have this with a little salad, or at this time of the year when the tomatoes have just all come in with some sliced tomatoes. This is a perfect weeknight meal. I hope you've enjoyed today's video, folks, and if you have, please consider giving it a like, thumbs up, definitely comment below, and I look forward to seeing you again on the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.